Hi guys, so welcome to my first video from Morocco. As I mentioned earlier in the week, the weather is atrocious, for cycling that is. It's still maintaining sort of mid-30s, don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, I'll put it somewhere on the screen, over here or over there. For cycling it's just too hot. But for today, even though it's going to be a hot one, I've come to a local forest looking for a bit of shade, and I'm going to have a jaunt around here, do a few kilometres. I don't expect it'll be any sort of really long distance, but I've not been in here before, so it's something new to have a look at. So it's like any other forest, full of trees, but I've also been warned that there might be some thieves in here as well. But I don't see anybody at the moment, so mind you, thieves are not going to stand there with a label with thief hanging around their neck, I suppose, aren't they? Anyway, let's do some kilometres and I'll show you guys what this forest looks like. If I see any thieves, I'll get them on camera. Note to self: when coming out to do a cycle ride, remember to put a battery in the GoPro. Stop for a break. It's about, I suppose, about 9 o'clock in the morning now. It's lovely here because there's nobody else. 9 o'clock in the morning, already mid-20s, upper 20s. There's a bit of shade under these trees, but the trees are quite thin. I don't even know what sort of trees they are. They're all the same type. Well, more or less all the same type. Nice to be riding somewhere different for a change though. Just found a picnic area and children's play area to stop in. But as you can see, it's absolutely not a soul. Absolutely nobody else here at all. Just me. I only speak a few words of Arabic, and to be honest, even if I spoke it fluently, it wouldn't do me a lot of good, because Moroccans speak a regional dialect of Arabic called Darija. So you won't see me communicating with too many people, apart from a lot of hand signals. I am trying to learn, honest. I took Arabic classes for a couple of years. It's a few years ago now. And I learned quite a bit. And then my first trip to Morocco, I realised it was absolutely useless. Duh. Yeah, I'd learned classical Arabic instead of Moroccan Arabic. Ah well, I know enough to get by. It's a bit lumpy in here. A few ups and downs. It's nice whilst I keep riding though, because I end up creating my own little breeze. For those of you worried about these things, yes, I'm covered in sunscreen. There's no way I want to be out in this sort of sunshine without factor 50. For those of you that don't understand how I just created that shot, this is the third time I've cycled up this hill. Oh, the things I do. There's a couple of chaps sitting at the top of the hill looking at me thinking I'm mad. Who am I kidding? I am mad. I must be. Repeatedly cycling up these hills in this heat. Moroccan fire brigader here. Gosh, this is so different. It's great fun though. So this whole forest seems to be made up of this same sort of tree. I think they're a type of eucalyptus. I don't know what you guys think. Showing you a close up of the leaves. And the bark. Oh. What do you think, guys? Eucalyptus? Something like it, I suppose. There's a few fir trees, but mainly that. You don't see too many of those in Morocco. It's certainly getting me some attention, I tell you. Damn it. Missed it. I was just getting back on the trike then and there's a load of wild boar have just run across the road in front of me. Wasn't quick enough on the camera. I knew they were in here, but it's so quiet in here today that they could be anywhere. I expect normally so many people around that would scare them off, but there's only 3 or 4 of them. I'll keep my eyes peeled, see if I can see them in the trees, but they were moving pretty fast. They obviously knew I was here. Be lovely to catch them on camera. So I've been told that the wildlife in this forest consists of mainly wild boar that will attack you, or at least the mothers will if they've got some young ones, poisonous snakes, and horrible little scorpions. Nice place. Let's go over here and have a look down this tunnel. It's so much nicer in the shade. Really is so much cooler. I'm going to stop for a minute and just see whether I can actually hear or see any wildlife. There's a few birds, but let's see. But the bike's making so much noise I'll have to stop and we'll see what happens. There's no need to adjust your volume. It really is that quiet. All I can hear is a little bit of traffic noise in the distance, the far off distance, and the occasional bird. Love it. So Bouskoura Forest is in a suburb of Casablanca, a suburb of Bouskoura. It's to the south of Casablanca. And it's a bit of a park for the locals to come to. They don't have very many green spaces in Morocco, as you can imagine. But this one is particularly nice. They're spending quite a bit of money on it as well. They're putting these lovely marble concrete benches all through the forest to stop and sit on and just try and see if you can see any wildlife. I would love to see some wildlife at the moment, but I can't even find an insect. Everything seems to be so dry and dead on the floor. The only living things seem to be the trees and a few birds. I'll keep looking. If I see something, I'll bring you guys back. I'll try and get it on camera. For now, I'm going to have a little rest. So it looks like they're still putting in lots of new facilities. They've got these massive trenches running through for water and electricity. The paths are quite difficult in places because of that, but this one's okay. Just remembered I'd got my wind muff for the mic in my pocket, so hopefully the sound is not too bad. The problem with having a detachable wind muff on your camera is that when you detach it, you forget to put it back on. I'm so forgetful. Forget the batteries for my GoPro, the wind muff for my normal camera. Ugh. I did come across this. It's not wildlife, but it's a fungus. We have something similar in the UK, and it's actually like a puffball. I'll touch it with the end of this stick, I think, because obviously I don't know much about this type, but as you can see it's a fungus and it's round. The ones in the UK, if you stamp on them, there's a great big cloud of brown spores come out of it. But I don't know how rare these ones are in Morocco, so I'm not going to stamp on this one. I'm going to leave it exactly where I found it. Just like that. I think it must be getting on for 11 o'clock now. But even in the shade of this forest, I'm going through my water so quickly. Going to have to go back out into the sun to get home in a moment, or in a few minutes. That'll be fun. Listen to these birds. I'll stop, see if you can hear them. Sounds like a large grasshopper, doesn't it? I used to think they were cicadas. Is that what we call them? Cicadas? But then one day I saw the bird fly out of the tree. He's up in that one somewhere. These lovely big pine cones as well. Fantastic, great big things. Loads of them about. But still no wildlife. Sorry guys. It'd be nice to see some of the native animals that live in here. I see the occasional person or people sitting around. They're all trying to find a bit of shade, get out of this heat. And unfortunately the weather forecast is for it to get another 2 or 3 degrees warmer as the week goes by. It's not why I brought Trini over to Morocco. Did not bring her here just to sit in the garden whilst the weather bakes. So, other words of advice for anybody wanting to travel to Morocco. If you're expecting any drone footage on my vlogs whilst I'm out here, you're going to be disappointed. Drones are banned, completely banned from Morocco. If you're lucky, you'll get caught bringing the drone into Morocco, at which point they'll confiscate it, give you a slip of paper, and when you leave you'll get your drone back. If you're unlucky, the drone will be found when you're leaving Morocco, at which point you'll be prosecuted for smuggling, and they'll confiscate the drone, full stop. So you won't be seeing any drone footage on my vlogs from Morocco. Sad, I know, but rules is rules. If they don't want drones, they don't have drones. Oof. The Legionnaire's hat has come out. Must be getting close to midday now, time to go home. Ooh-wee. Even the breeze is getting hot now. So there's not much call for cycle lanes in Morocco. Their roads are so wide. I mean, look at this. Traffic levels are nothing like the UK, yet the roads are built almost like dual carriageway width wherever you go. Lovely. So much space. These enormous drain covers are about 3 feet wide. And they're not very well set into the road most of the time either. If I was on a normal two-wheel bike, I'd probably be worried about falling off if I hit one. Hopefully you saw that, but there's like a drop of 4 inches down into the bottom of the drain. Seriously, in the dark, if you were to hit that on a bike, you'd be off. And they're like that all the way down here. I know when it rains here, it really rains heavy, they need big drains, but they're just, most of them are not very well set into the road. Quite dangerous for cyclists, but not for me. I'm okay. Although I prefer not to go through them if I can help it. One giant building site around here at the moment. So much building work going on. Amazing. Right. Well, I reckon that's about it for this one, guys. But I was desperate to get out on the trike today. With this heat it's just so difficult, but I really did want to just get out there and have a ride. Such a long way to bring the trike, and then the weather puts an end to it. I've got to find some days somewhere where I can get out. But I'll try and bring you another couple of 3 videos from Morocco at least before I return home. That's it. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Don't forget to click that like button. As always, leave me a comment below. I love reading them. Right, see you all soon. Ta-da. I made it home, guys. I'm off the trike. It's so hot. So what do we do when it's so hot? Well, we do this. Oh, that feels good.